Woman walks past homeless men every day before realizing it was her brother. A woman walks past a vagrant man, and after he gives her a roll, his whole world changes. When many people see a homeless man on the street, they often try to look away. They don't want to do anything to help, so it's easier to look away and pretend it's not happening. That happened to Raymundo Arruda, Sobrinho. We have lived on the streets for an incredible 35 years. Every day a woman walks past the homeless man, and one day he hands her a piece of paper that reveals his identity. Raymundo spends his days on the streets, writing poetry and stories. It's the only thing he did that made him happy and kept him sane. He would write a poem or story every day, while writing made him happy. Deep down, he hoped that one day his work would get published and inspire people. He always thought that there was no hope that this would actually happen. His people rarely took a homeless person seriously in the late 1970s. A military dictatorship shook Brazil and Raymundo was left homeless. Before that, he grew up in the countryside at the age of 23, moved to Sao Paulo, Brazil, where he worked as a bookseller and gardened next door when the military dictatorship ruined his plans to come up. He was 35 and suddenly homeless. Now he is 77 years old, has no place to live and no hope for the future. He only has his handwriting. Well, one day a woman named Charlotte, who saw Mundo every day, let her curiosity take over. She still wondered what he was writing on his crumpled scraps of paper. When she asked him what he was writing, he had her read one of his poems. Charlotte was amazed that she couldn't believe what an incredible gift this man had. He told her that he had always dreamed that the world would read his writings. So Charlotte found a way to help him. She created a Facebook page where she could post his work and share his talent with the world. When people started reading his work, he became an internet sensation. Over time, his page, with over 100,000 subscribers, people supported his work and even gave him freebies. There was one thing he got from his Facebook page that he wasn't expecting. A brother of Raymundo had a brother he hadn't seen in decades. When his brother saw his work, he immediately contacted him. The two had been separated for years and his brother never knew where to find him. Finally, the two are reunited. His brother found him in the street and asked him to move into the house that Nuno couldn't believe. That he had found his lost brother all those years ago, and that he could not have been happier for Raymundo. This step changed his life for the first time in 35 years. He could take a bath. He also shaved his face. He had his hair cut when he laid his head down at night. He no longer slept on the floor. Instead of that, he now sleeps in a comfy bed every night. Raymundo credits Charlotte for saving her life. The two have never lost touch and today they are best friends in the world. She likes to read her new stories and poetry. He loves being able to write with a roof over his head shortly after moving in with his brother, seeing a doctor for the first time in 35 years. The doctor was surprised that he was so healthy. Given that he had lived on the streets for so long, it took the kindness of a single stranger to completely change this man's life. Raymundo's story is a source of inspiration. It will show you that just because it is a person, bad luck and homeless, that doesn't mean they don't have great potential. If everyone opened their hearts to someone who is struggling, they could make a huge difference. Just because someone doesn't have a place to live doesn't mean they aren't as smart and talented as people who do have a home. Subscribe to watch more videos.